Get an old car, they said. This has been a long time coming. As you know, I've been taking this car, the Pacer, the VH Pacer, down the drag strip, thrashing it. Amongst that time, I've been learning with all the boys' Pacers and their 265s.
That sleeve that's on the end of the throttle cable is too long. This needs to be shorter.
Special mention to Brett Davey, because he's been teaching me a whole lot about how the 265 works. Today I'm taking out the old engine and I'm going to be putting in the new engine, which is an E49 spec engine, and I've never done this before, so if you're into engineering and you know how to do this, it's probably not the video for you. But if you're new to it like me and you want to know how to do an engine, I'm not an engineer and I'm not a mechanic, but I'm a painter. That's dangerous. It's going to be really interesting to see how it goes, because we know that the last one down the quarter mile did 15 seconds. So it's going to be quite exciting to see the difference. Then I'll head back down to Edgell Performance, go see Tim and see what he can do with retuning it to see how it goes. This is an automatic block. It's not anything special, but it has been bored out, new pistons, E49 cam, double springs in the head. The head's been planed, not too much. Let's go. So I got the bonnet off. Here's the old motor. That's all got the original Pacer colours. Usually that's red on the Pacer. It's got the wrinkle rocker cover. I got the original Webbers. I got here the plate from Mirabota Performance, and I hope to put the new cold airbox on. Got the ice ignition. That's been a game changer putting that on there. Massive game changer. Here's the new engine. So that's the engine from my son's Pacer, and this is the new one. Rocker covers on, all the bits and pieces all done. So I've got that. That's going to hook up with that chain, and then this is going to get the motor to the right angle. You can wind this and change the angle. So I've got to get these U-bolts sort of incorrect. I've never used it before. Here is the crane that can hold 400 kgs. So let's get this gearbox and drive shaft sorted. Let's go. A lot of oil here. This old engine is definitely needing to get out of here. I've just put this jack over on the front K-frame because I'm worried that it's going to drop. So I've got the two axle stands. I've got the chocks at the back. Here we go. Let's get into it. Okay, I'm going to take that bung out of the gearbox. Drain that first. Oh, yes. Step one, done. So, probably done 1,000 Ks, 1,500 Ks. Okay, these blocks can go. They ain't gonna do much. So here's my next mission. I'm quite nervous going under the car, so I'm gonna put these ramps under. I don't want to put axle stands because I've got these axle stands here, and because I'm not skilled at you know, spannering away, I don't want to wobble this car off and then die under it. So yeah, that's my mission now, is put the ramps under, then it sits on the tires. So what I've done, I put one ramp going that way and one ramp going this way because I'm nervous if it rolls I'll die. I don't want to die. So at least then it's stopping it from rocking. Could be over the top, but it's just a safety measure that I think, you know, might as well do it. it seems really good. See, that one's going to stop it from rolling back, that one stop it rolling forward. Yeah, now I feel good about that. I can see what's going on here. It looks like those bolts need to come off, and that takes that catch, or what, I don't even know what you call it, a bracket off, you know, and then it looks like that'll just drop out, and then I can basically drop that out of the gearbox. So yeah, this painter is getting close. Drive shaft out. This is what holds the drive shaft in. These bolts here. You've got to be very careful with these things. There's all these pins in here. It's like a bearing that spins around that way, I think. So I'm going to tape that up so that it doesn't fall off, because I think when these come off, it's pretty much broken. So yeah, I think I just saved that in time. On to the next stage. So next on the mission, I'm going to drain this radiator. So I'm just going to disconnect it from there. I got no idea how many liters the engine and the radiator hold, so hopefully I get the right size container. I just thought about it, and I think that using one of these flexible bins is going to be the best idea, because then I can just sort of jam it up under there. Basically the water can just go straight from that pipe into the buckets. Okay, I'll let that drain out and see where we end up. Okay, that went quite well. So now I'm going to take the pipes off and then take those bolts out. The radiator is not in good condition, so I've actually got a new one to go in, which is going to have an electric thermofan put on it. So yeah, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. And just like that. And there we go. Thermostat inside there. I'm definitely going to put all the nuts and bolts and whatever I got in bits like that, because I'm going to get lost here. I can see it already. I just saw on the radiator that this here, that actually slips into that, so I've just unloosened that, and then I'm going to come up the top here, take these ones off first, and then hopefully it slips out, because I think that what you do is you put them in loosely and then you sit it in and then you push this back hard. Now that probably doesn't matter because I'm putting a new type of radiator in, but it seems to make sense to me. I'm just lifting this carefully. Yes. Yes! And the radiator's out. There's a lot of space in there without that. Okay, next mission, I'm going to take this fan off. So that'll allow me to get a bit more space in there. I don't know, I'm just making it up. Seems like a logical thing to do, because then it gives more space to pull it out. Okay, the lights just went on in my brain, and I just realized that if I take the fan off, then I've got all the tension in the fan belt onto the alternator and the balancer. So don't make that mistake. I've got to undo the alternator so that it won't have the tension. Quite stiff. I think I've got to, oh yeah, I can see it. There's some bolt down the bottom here. I've got to, oh, there we go. It's quite stiff. There's a bolt down the bottom here, so I better undo that one. This one's loose. I thought it was going to slide over, but it didn't, so I've got to undo that one. Come on, baby. Yes. Okay, that's the trick. That's good learning. And now I don't have any tension on the fan. Look at that. That's the water pump spinning, I believe. So we'll get that off now. Bit of a mistake, but back on track. In their original cases, these fans were white. So that's the fan. I thought that would come out with all of this. It's definitely got a spacer here. Whew. Okay, that was all right. So that's the spacer that goes under the fan. Yes! Look at that. Okay, fan and pulley off. Okay, I've noticed that this alternator bracket has got a bend going forward, so I've got to remember that. So it comes straight then bends forward, so I think to get the alignment of the belt. I've taken the bracket off and I'm just going to take these on here because I really don't know what sizes go where, and that should keep me from making a mistake on where they go. Okay, the next one, I've got these heater hoses here and they're in the way of all the stuff for the alternator, so I'm going to get rid of these because I'm actually not going to put them on. They go back up into this area, so yeah, hopefully they're not full of water, but let's see. Here we go. Wow, look at that. That's corroded, man. So here's the new one on the new engine. That looks much better. Okay, finally. Yeah. There it goes. There it goes. Just got to get these out. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I think I made a mistake there. I know which ones they came off the front because one's slightly longer than the other, but up there I didn't label which one was the left and the right, so I think one is the hot going in because it circulates the water. Okay, I'll have to go back to the old Chrysler book to work that one out. That one, another part in the box. Okay, I don't want to get confused later, so that's coming from the fuel pump and going to the carbs. I know it can go either way, but it's just a reminder. So I'm typical painter, labeling it so I don't make a mistake there. Just got to take that clip off, and that'll be gone. Now this here is right next to the thermostat, and it would make logical sense that that's sending, actually I don't know what it's called. What are these guys, what's that called, guys? Must be a sender, because there's the oil sender, whatever you want to call it. I don't actually know the name, but that must send the temperature to the car, so I'll label that so I don't get that mixed up. We've got that oil sensor labeled, so we're looking pretty good now. We can pretty much pull all that stuff back. And what have we got there? Hang on, wait, let's just get this off. If I'm totally honest, this is the stuff that kind of spooks me out. I just don't want to get it wrong. So I've got to be very careful with this, especially with that ice ignition. I'm wondering, how am I going to get that sitting in the right place with the new engine? So how do you get the rotation of that? Because I know the old ones used to change the timing by rotating it. So man, I might have to call a friend with that, because I'm feeling okay now, but I'm getting a little bit out of my depth, to be honest. I can feel it. But I'm doing it and I'm learning. That's the main thing. Now you're talking. That's way better. Okay, there's a bit of a rookie mistake. Let me take that spring off first. It's the following day. Now I'm going to get back and undo the gearbox. I'm going to basically drop that gearbox out, and then he said keep the bell housing on because he can just take that out with the motor. So that's my next mission, to get that sorted. So day 2, just going slowly. I don't want to mess it up because painters on spanners can cause a lot of trouble. So I've got that wood on there just to take the pressure off the gearbox here. Okay, on the gear stick, there's this coupling or whatever you want to call it, rubber mounting boot, and there's some screws here. I'm going to take that out, lift this up, and then hopefully take that out. There's actually 6 screws on the mounting plate on this pacer. The plate's just under the rubber boot on the gear stick. Alrighty. Okay, now I've got to work this one out. Okay, now that I've seen Kai's car, I can see where I need to disconnect that. I'm assuming that's the clutch. You guys will know, those engineers will know. So I'll take that off. Okay, I've almost got this brace off. And I'm thinking of every dude that's changed a motor before. This is a mission. It's not for the faint-hearted, that's for sure. This is a basic car too. To all you mechanics out there who do this, full respect, man. This is hard. I suppose you get good at it after a while, but mate, this muppet here. Alright, keep going. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to take that out. Oh, there we go. Okay guys, apologies for the filming. It's pretty hard to do it under here. I'm taking these top ones off, and then I've got the jack holding the weight. It might be too far forward, I might have to slide it back a bit, but I'm just going to hold it up at the back here so I can drop it out. So hopefully I've got everything disconnected. I haven't disconnected that. That's the same thing that's on Kai's Speedo maybe. So I better do that. Long bolt. Come on, baby. Yes. One out. Okay, 3 of the bolts are out. Just gonna go slow because I really don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm nervous. I really don't want it to smash my face. Oh, I see. Oh, there must be a shaft going in there. So even if I take this off, it should be fine. Aha! Yes! So the shaft is going into the clutch there. I'm going to take the weight off the jack and see what happens. Oh, please don't land on me. Okay, I think I got it. Come on, baby. Right, I'm going to see if I can get rid of that. Okay. I think what's happening is that I've got the jack up the front jacked up too high. It's holding too much weight. So I've got myself in a bit of a bad position here because this is coming out. There we go, in a little bit. I'm just going to jack down this other jack and make sure I've got some clearance with that. So this is the jack that I got under the bell housing. Just going to drop it a little bit. Come on, baby. Yes. Oh. Okay, now. So now I've got some clearance on here. I had that jacked up too much on the bell housing, which was holding the gearbox up too much, so I couldn't get past where the shaft goes through. So hopefully now I can come around the other side, slide it back and drop it down. Let's see. Okay, baby. Please don't be too heavy. Come on, baby. Maybe need to get that jack down a bit. Oh. Okay, there it is. Oh, mate. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put it on a rag so I don't scratch it. Slide that back. Oh my goodness. Yes. Gearbox out. Gearbox out. So I just thought about it, and I realise there's a whole lot more weight on this motor than needs to be. So all these triple Webers are still connected. I don't think I should leave them on, because if I do and they tip over, then they'll get damaged. Possibly should have taken that off beforehand so that the engine was stripped and had less weight on it. The hard thing is when you don't know, when you're just giving this a go, you just got to go off your gut feel. And I'm happy so far, but I'm definitely struggling. Like, it's not a natural thing for me to do engineering work. One thing as well is that you've got to get a decent hand cleaner, because when you get oil on your hands, it sucks, because it gets on the spanner, and then the spanner gets on the nuts, and the nuts gets on your tapes, and your Okay, so here's the starter motor. I definitely know what that is. So I'm going to label all these, back of the starter or front of the starter motor, and then this one here, because that looks pretty bad to me. It doesn't look very nice. Okay, so I think it's only the 2 bolts, but it seems to be jammed. What's going on there? Yeah, there's a washer. Oh, I see, I just got to lift it off the cog. Aha! Now that earth strap goes from the engine to the chassis. So the distributor is just about to come off. So I've taken this bolt. It leans over that area there. So I'll take that off. Comes out very easy. Take that one out the top of the coil. I'm a bit worried that I'm gonna mess this one up, so I'm gonna use a cable tie. Okay, that's good. Now I can do the other one. I got those off, but these are actually wired behind these brackets. So what I should have done is I should have taken off the coil first, and then all these wires would have dropped out. I don't think that's an original thing, but then it would be much easier. So yeah, the guy that had wired this in put it behind here, so I'm going to take these off, and those ones. Okay, the coil's off. Now this is the bracket that comes with the ice kit. Just going to take that off. Well, I still don't know if I'm going in the right sequence, but that's how she's looking. She's pretty bare. So I just started taking these wires off, and I realized that these wires that are connected to the distributor have an earth going into here. I don't know if that's normal, but I'm pretty sure it's earth because it's black. So I've just labeled that. Now that's the box. See those 2 bolts there? I think if I take those off, it'll drop that mechanism down. That is the one that holds the clutch. So hopefully that's correct. I'll give it a go, see how it ends up. Having not done this before, it's very hard to tell how to balance this engine. So what I've done, I've put it on a 45-degree angle like that, but I don't know how heavy the clutch and all that bell housing is compared to the front. So it looks like it might tip down there, so I'm hoping that I can wind the handle and get it to change, you know, that once I start hoisting up. See, this thing's quite cool. I got this reasonably cheap, but you know, very cool. I mean, I know you can get one of those engine lifters, but I don't really have room for it. I've got a very small shed, and I like pressing buttons. Okay, I've decided to go on that lug and then on that there, so hopefully, I mean, that bolt seems quite thin, but I've taken these bolts out of those mounts there. And I've now got to do these ones on this side, but I haven't jacked it up because I put a bit of weight on this just to lift it up. So hopefully that doesn't backfire on me, we'll see. I got the engine mount bolts off. I'm gonna lift it now. Here we go. What happens here? Oh, yep. Yes. Yeah, that's all good. This thing's pretty cool. It's not good. Okay, well, she's out. That's worked really well, but I did make a mistake. So this here is a spring that goes on, I believe, the clutch, and I didn't undo it. I didn't see it, so I've stretched it. So I'm gonna need to get a new spring. That's a bit of a bummer. Oh well, all part of the learning, isn't it? Oh, I can't believe it. I've actually got it out. I'm stoked. So I've pushed the car back, and then basically the engine is hanging there at the moment. So a mate of mine just messaged me after putting a video up of short. He said these are not the strongest to lift. You should really lift on the engine mount because it's a bigger bolt. So yeah, I'm feeling like it's a bit of a hurry to get this off. I'm actually really stoked. It's the first time I've ever done it, and it's out. A few mistakes. Could have done things a bit better, but I literally don't know. You just have to do things sometimes and just rip into it. I basically used this manifold one. So yeah, it's lucky it didn't snap. I think it would probably be all right, but I pushed that bracket right in close to the head, so it didn't bend it. But basically now I've got to get these bolts off and get the bell housing out, and I don't know what I'm going to come up against in here. That's the new clutch that I put in there not so long ago, but I'm going to go on the new engine stand. So let's give it a crack. Right, I got the bell housing off. Now I'm just going to take the clutch off. Okay, the clutch is off. Bit of a milestone, that's awesome. This one here has got some fittings going through here, and I'm assuming that once I take that off, I'll be good to go.